Hello everyone, I'm Rayleigh, and today I'm going to play this Yandere psychological horror otome dating whatever. So content warning, there will be some psychological and verbal violence slash abuse. Hi Miles. Gaslighting. Hello. 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 You're silly kitty. Sorry about that. So content warnings, psychological and verbal violence and abuse, gaslighting, suicide mentions, self-harming, child abuse, and substance use. So abuse and the repercussions of it are gonna be deeply delved into the game, throughout the game. Yes. Oh, and there's also Hanahaki Disease, and if you aren't familiar with it, it's a fictional disease where one person has like unrequited love for someone, and they just keep coughing up flower petals, and it won't stop unless the person they have feelings for, reciprocates that love. And there are like 4 endings, so that'll probably be one of them. We're just gonna die coughing on flowers. Okay, Hydrangea. The story is fiction, but the feelings expressed in it are not. Remember, there's a human being behind the words you read. Yes. Okay, I got the flowers. There's no need to be nervous. As I walked up to the 4th floor of my local hospital's East Ward, I was greeted by the sight of a mostly empty hallway. The weight of the flowers in my hands did little to alleviate the knot of nervousness tightening in my stomach. My sweetheart recently fell ill with a rare disease. I've been coming to visit every day since the day of the hospitalization. Hospitals are not fun places. I'm still not used to walking around here. It feels as if I'm invading someone's home. Excuse me, who are you? Are you visiting someone? A nurse exiting one of the rooms raised an eyebrow as she spotted me nervously walking around. I took a deep breath, attempting to steady my nerves. Sorry, my name is Amber, and I use she, her pronoun. You know what? I'm not gonna be Ember. We're going all in. My sweetheart is the girl, obviously. My sweetheart's name is Yua. She, her. Okay. Oh, Riley! Yua is staying at room 402, right over here. With a nod, she gestured towards the room, granting me permission to enter. Entering the room, the stark contrast between the dull tones of the hallway and the vibrant hues within made my smile bloom. Early morning filtered through the curtains, casting a glow upon the surroundings.
Thank you for coming to see me again.
Hello. Yua greeted me warmly, a smile dancing on her lips as she waved from the comfort of her bed. I carefully arranged the small bouquet of hydrangeas, her favorite flower, into the vase beside her bed. Of course. How are you feeling, Yua? Yua forced a weak smile. Her features were looking less pale than the last time I came to visit. The room, adorned with flowers and gifts, exuded a warmth that seemed to be working wonders for her recovery. And if the empty food tray on her lap tells the truth, then Yua has recovered her appetite as well.
Can't stand being in here for a second longer.
Yua lamented with a hint of sadness, casting a disdainful glance at the thin sheets covering her body.
Every day, it's the same thing. experts that come to examine me like I'm some kind of exhibition at a zoo.
As Yua spoke, a sudden fit of coughing seized her, and petals of flowers scattered in the air. The coughing's not gone?
It's okay. Don't worry.
Yua reassured me, wiping away the flower petals that clung to her face. Once again, she summoned a weak smile. I know it'll go away soon. Yua has not been able to leave the hospital at all ever since the symptoms first began.
With you.
You by my side. It was only yesterday that the hospital staff was able to confirm a diagnosis.
I feel like I can do anything.
Yua. I must stay by her side no matter what. Through every exam and medication or procedure until she can leave the hospital and go back to normal life. After all, Rayleigh.
You love me, don't you?
Of course I do.
I love you too.
It's my fault that she's sick. Because I was foolish enough to doubt her. And now she's here, being poked and prodded, suffering through unimaginable pain. It's all my fault. I'm sorry, Yua. I'm sorry.
Please, don't be sad.
But even though I'm an idiot, Yua accepts me and comforts me. Yua's the one who cannot leave her bed, yet here I am, holding back the tears threatening to spill down my cheeks.
Shh. There. It'll be alright.
Yua held my hand close to her chest and petted it softly as she whispered reassurances.
This is a charm my mom would do to me and my sibling when we were anxious.
The fabric of her thin gown clung to her frame, fragile and delicate, as if it might dissolve with the lightest touch. In the midst of this vulnerability, Yua maintained a gentle expression.
It'll be okay, it'll be okay, it'll be okay.
An endlessly kind and understanding person like her still gazes at me with such affection. She stroked my hand 6 times, then pressed her lips against my palm.
There you go. All your anxieties are fading away. I took it all out.
Thanks.
You feel lighter now, don't you?
As soon as she said that, I found myself letting out a breath I did not know I had been holding. The air feels clearer.
See? The charm never fails.
Just being with her is a blessing. The sun's setting. I have to leave or the nurses will kick me out again. Really? Screw it. Kick me out. Lean in. Really? I can't leave you without a goodbye kiss. Can I kiss you? Yua blushed red like a strawberry, looking everywhere but at me.
Huh?
What if it's contagious? Yua brought her hands up to her face, covering her cheeks and shaking her head back and forth. I don't care.
Jeez.
You should. It's always been so easy to make Yua blush. She's cute in a way that makes me want to protect her. The desire to take her hands away from her face and share a kiss intensified. Okay, that's alright. If I'm too pushy, Yua will run away, like a deer, a very adorable one. I've been taking things slowly. It's still new, this relationship. See you, really? Yeah, bye-bye. I approached the door, its hinges creaking softly as it swung open. Turning back one last time, my gaze lingered on Yua, who offered a smile. She waved. Bye-bye. I'll be okay. The medicine is helping tons. Let me know what you learn in class and teach it to me when you come back. Okay? A nod of agreement passed between us, and I mouthed an apology. Bye. Hey, did you hear about the patient at room 402 over at the East Wing? That's the one with the rare illness? That's it. Everyone at the attending lounge is talking about it. Excuse me. I bumped past the noisy staff blocking my way to the hospital's cafeteria. If there's one thing that I've learned those past days I've been going to and from this facility, is that there's no end to the gossip. A lot of what I overhear is from this very place. While waiting for their turn in line, doctors and nurses alike seem to be unable to keep to themselves. Doctor-patient confidentiality is dead in this building. Do you think it's the person who's been I quickly plopped down a lackluster meal of mashed potatoes and an old hamburger onto my plate. Hospital food is completely tasteless. Those bleak white walls manage to drain every bit of flavor from the ingredients in each meal. Not like I've had much of an appetite lately. To my shame, I didn't believe Yua's claim of the diagnosis at first. The very concept of such a bizarre illness existing outside of the world of fiction sounded bizarre and even unscientific. Until I heard it from the several doctors looking after her with my own ears, I've heard Yua over and over again. The fact swims and swirls around my brain over and over, an endless loop that weights down my shoulders and sends a searing pain through my chest. It's all my fault. I'm the one who did this to her. Hey,
are you not eating that?
A voice interrupted my self-reflection, pulling me back to the present. I looked up rapidly at the source of the voice that had called out to me. For a single moment, I thought I was seeing things. My friend's... you and Yua... My friend's name is... Yusuke. But what I had thought at that half second between where my brain and my eyes managed to connect, of course it was impossible.
When was the last time you had a proper meal?
It was not Yua that stood before me, but her sibling. Still wearing their school uniform. I don't understand why they're here. I'm fine, Yusuke.
You're driving yourself sick. Please, at least try to eat a little.
No, I'm not sick. Yua is. Yua's sick. Yua's the one who needs help. Do you think Yua would want you to starve yourself? I remained silent. Yusuke sat down in front of me, pointing sternly at the messy goop that was the cafeteria's attempts at a portion of mashed potatoes. Yusuke has always been like this, ever since I first met them in Yua. But now, their usual behavior infuriated me. Why haven't you visited Yua?
The hamburger is pretty good, once you get to the tomatoes. Try it.
They ignored my question. The person at the reception desk told me that I'm the only one who's come to see her today.
Right.
The part-time job excuse is not gonna work this time. I know very well that today is one of Yusuke's free days. What are you doing here? Showing concern for me, yet none at all for their sister. If it were my family, I would not be leaving you aside for even a second. There's also their father, who hasn't been here either. It makes no sense.
How much have you researched about the illness?
They asked, finally meeting my eyes. Why do you ask? Do you care at all? We were close, Yusuke and I. It was thanks to them that I was able to confess my feelings to Yua, and with their support we began to go out. But now, looking at them, I feel that our relationship has become one lower than strangers. The days where I considered them my closest friend feel like another lifetime. The anger that simmered within me traveled from my chest to my fingers. Really. Unable to control myself, I banged both my hands on the table. Yusuke recoiled. The impact sent some of my food spilling out onto the table. I grimaced. It was not my intention to create a scene. I'm not speaking to you until you apologize to Yua. My voice shook. My hands clenched into fists, longed to grab and shake Yusuke's shoulders until they realized the gravity of the situation. It was a need so guttural, so raw, Personally, I'm not gonna touch somebody, so somehow I held myself back. No matter how angry they make me, I'm not gonna touch them. The situation has affected me in ways I never thought possible. I can't let my emotions get the best of me. I'm not the kind of person to push or pull others around. I have to go home. I got up and turned around.
Stop it.
Wait, you have to hear me out. Yua needs you too. Go see her. Let's make a deal then, Yusuke said, crossing their arms. I raised an eyebrow at them. I'll see you if you go to class tomorrow. You're kidding.
Listen.
No, the teachers and our classmates are worried about you. You skipped 3 days straight. You don't have to stay for class. Just go see them and explain what's going on with you. I couldn't believe my ears. You're only going to see your very sick family member if I go to school? Do you hear yourself? They're family. When we met, they got along just fine. I'm leaving. Really? Yusuke called out, but it was evident that the deal was not happening. They shook their head, looking down at the remains of my meal on the table. Yusuke's gaze never left my back as I walked away. I ignored it. The building's exit was right nearby, and I made my way towards it. Somehow, my feet, heavy with guilt and regret, brought me to the hospital's exit. I understand now what's really important to me. Yua. If I had realized this before, she wouldn't have gotten so ill. Everything else, the trivial concerns that had preoccupied my mind, paled in comparison. It all comes second to her happiness. The following day arrived. A sense of urgency propelled me to Yua's room as soon as the hospital's regulations permitted. Hi there, came to see her again. Upon my arrival, the same nurse from the previous day greeted me with a warm smile. Yeah. The nurse helpfully opened the door for me. Come visit, won't come visit. Come visit, won't come visit. Today, Yua wasn't finishing a meal like last time. Instead, I spotted her plucking the petals off of one of the many flowers she had been gifted. Hey, you really like your fortune-telling charms, huh? I ventured into the room, breaking the cadence of Yua's ritual.
Huh?
Rayleigh, don't spook me like that. Unbeknownst to her, I had already taken the liberty of arranging the new bouquet of hydrangeas in a vase. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you. Yua carefully set down the flower, shaking her head.
Oh.
I can't help it. It's the only thing that calms me down. Fortune-telling has always been Yua's chosen way of calming her nerves. She likes it a lot. You told me that they aren't always correct, though. Yes. On the day we started going out, my flower fortune-telling had told me it wouldn't work out. Even if the results is bad, I'll feel calmer because I know what to prepare for.
Yes.
It's not the results I care about. It's more the relief it gives me. The sincerity in her words resonated with me, prompting a soft chuckle. You were prepared for me to not like you back? Yeah. That very morning, I wrote down a script of how I would react so I wouldn't start crying right away. Cute. Yusuke was so annoyed. They had to convince me to leave the script at home and be myself. The mention of Yusuke's name made my smile falter. They didn't want to say it out loud, but... Yua noticed the change immediately. She leaned in closer. Are you still fighting with Yusuke? I didn't want to bring this up. He was going through enough already. I shouldn't rub in how her family doesn't care enough to visit. I guess. I shrugged. Bonk. A gentle impact on my head jolted me, courtesy of Yua, holding the remains of the flowers she had been plucking. Hey! I protested, rubbing the spot where the floral assault had landed.
Jeez!
You can't fight. You're best friends. But they haven't been visiting you. I'm upset, aren't you? Bonk, bonk. No bonking me! I laughed at her clumsy attempt to call me out, but Yua wasn't finding it very funny. You need to make up with Yusuke. It's not right that you're still not talking. But... please... please, Rayleigh. Please... I don't want to... I don't want to talk to Yusuke. Okay, fine. Fine for you. When Yua makes a request with those big puppy dog eyes, I can't say no.
We don't know what's going on in their head. And knowing my sibling, they're worried about things they shouldn't be thinking about. When I get out of here, I want things to be just like they were before. Including the three of us hanging out and laughing together like family.
Yua, we were close. I considered them my best friend, that's the truth. Yesterday I was so angry, that fact didn't move me at all, but now I understand. I should apologize. I was not nice to them at the cafeteria. Yusuke and their father must have their own circumstances. I'm glad you agree. It's thanks to Yua that I can see that now. She's my angel. I can't believe I ever thought otherwise. Do you love me, Rayleigh? Of course I do.
Yes.
I love you too, so much. This ritual that we do, of confirming the love we hold for each other. I believe it's helping Yua's symptoms, steadily getting better with each visit. I can see it from her complexion, the colors returning to her cheeks day by day. This is why I have to keep going, even if I miss out on some sleep or homework or class. That's not as important. Little by little, I'll bring back the trust I took away from you. After the heartfelt conversation with Yua, I bid my goodbyes for the moment. Oh no. Why? Hey, are you not eating that? This time I didn't bother to head to the cafeteria. Instead, I found myself following a particularly rowdy group of patients up the emergency stairs to the rooftop. I had no idea this place was accessible at all, or that patients were allowed here. Although decorated with plants and seating furniture, the tall barriers all over the edges of the roofing spoke a story. I chose to not ponder too much about it. The patients heading here were, of course, looking for a place to smoke. I see nothing but smokers up here, patients in hospital gowns and what I assume are their visiting families. Still, I already prefer this place to the cafeteria. No gossiping staff. I can handle the stench. Among the smokers, I spotted Yua's twin, caught red-handed with a lighter on their hands. I approached them with a questioning glance. Really? With your uniform on? I knew they smoked. It was a badly kept secret. The response came with a nonchalant shrug.
Listen.
We're graduating at the end of the year. It's fine. But smoking in public with our uniform on is just asking for trouble. I need to say something. Yua, by the way, convinced me to make up with you. Yusuke's eyes widened in surprise, and a flicker of sadness appeared on their face.
Oh?
Yua did? It wasn't something you thought of yourself? The reaction was not what I expected. Do you not want to make up with me? No, I don't want to fight with you. I'd like everything to go back to normal. That's what Yua wants too. Something went on between them and they're not speaking, but they are twins. Yusuke scoffed, diverting their gaze away from me and fixating it upon the sky. Despite their sister's severe health issues, Yusuke maintained an outward calmness, devoid of any overt anger or profound distress. I've never seen them raise their voice or cry. They're the complete opposite to the sensitive Yua in that way. Yua, who has trouble studying and tearfully asks for help before tests. She's too cute for anyone to get mad at, though. I can send you my notes of class. You missed a lot. Thanks.
I'm worried.
I'm serious, Rayleigh. You're not gonna do well in our finals if you don't get it together.
Listen.
You shouldn't let go of everything else in your life to take care of Yua. Yusuke cautioned, a furrow forming on their forehead. I'll be fine if you teach me. Yusuke has some of the best grades in our entire year. It's rare to not see them with a textbook in hand. A helpful grin tugged at my lips. A couple study sessions with you, and I'll be all good. For the first time since Yua's hospitalization, Yusuke smiled. I can't do miracles, bud. Even if I ask real nicely? You can't pull that on me. I grew up with Yua's expert begging techniques. Real nicely? A small grin played on their face. Shut up. They rolled their eyes, smirking. I'm gonna come back stronger than ever, with your grades rubbing off on me. I'd like to think my genius is contagious. Yusuke replied, pretending to examine their nails with mock arrogance. Her usual back and forth. For that moment, where we both laughed out loud, it was as if the awkwardness from our previous encounter had dissolved into the air. The only thing missing from this is Yua quietly giggling along next to her sibling. I really hope that we'll have the chance to hang out like this, all three of us, for a long time to come. Really, answer me something honestly. Yeah? Yusuke turned to me.
Listen.
Are you sure that you still like Yua that way? The question caught me off guard. I hesitated, my mind racing to articulate a response. What are you talking about? I do love her, silly. Our love is real, it's mutual. Yua's recovering a little bit more every single day. You know that if you saw her once or twice. I emphasized that last part with a playful jab at Yusuke's shoulder. I'm not mad anymore, but I still want them to see Yua. It'll be good for both of them. Have you two talked about the breakup since that time? A hushed silence fell over me. Really? Yusuke uttered my name with a gentle yet firm tone. I haven't, I confessed, my voice barely above a whisper.
You
should. Talk to you about it. Get your feelings about that sorted out. Don't let it linger for too long. Your well-being matters too. I don't think that's a good idea. Yua will get upset again, and it might worsen her symptoms. Conflicting emotions tugged at me. On one hand, the concern for Yua's well-being was paramount. On the other, the undeniable truth was that Yusuke cared deeply for Yua and wanted the best for her. I guess. I'll try. I responded tentatively. Frankly, I wish I had never attempted to break up with you at all. It was a mistake. If it were up to me, I'd rather pretend it never happened. But Yusuke has a point. Leaving things unsaid is not good for either of us.
nice.
You will? I don't want to look back on that day. Yeah, I'll try, okay? I will. Every time I think of it, I feel ashamed, upset, guilty.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll trust you. It's my fault you was sick. I want to try to make it better. Maybe Yusuke's advice is what we need. Yusuke and I spent a quiet time together until we went our separate ways. The fluorescent-lit corridor stretched out endlessly as I made my way toward Yua's room. The usual hustle and bustle of the hospital hushed to a mere whisper, leaving only the rhythmic beat of my own heart in my ears. As I arrived at the door marked with Yua's room number, I hesitated, my hand hovering over the handle. I'm nervous. On my way here, I had mentally rehearsed the words that needed to be spoken. I'm afraid of what could happen if I said them out loud, yet I know I have to. With a deep breath, I entered the room. As I pushed open the door, a warm smile greeted me. Really? You're back? A knot of worry tightened in my stomach. One of my concerns lingered in the back of my mind, the fear that by delving into the past, I might inadvertently stir up resentment or anger in Yua. The weight of responsibility pressed upon me. Her dad hasn't been coming by, and neither has Yusuke. Not for me, Yua could get lonely. Did your friends from the club come by while I was away? But just by looking around this room, my fears are sated.
Yes.
Yeah, the music teacher came too. You just missed them. The get well soon balloons, the presents, and the letters I helped put up on the walls, they're all proof that Yua has people by her side. I've been so consumed by guilt, I wasn't able to see that. Yua is very loved by many people. How's the club doing without you? We don't have any performances coming up until the end of the year, so they told me I don't have to worry and should focus on getting better. Yua reassured me, her eyes glancing over a stack of letters that had accumulated during her absence. Among them, one particular letter caught my attention, adorned with a whimsical hand-drawn piano. It's sweet. From what Yua has told me, the orchestra club is tight-knit. Seeming to be thinking the same as me, Yua smiled warmly. At the contest we went to last year, I was shocked at how competitive the other schools' clubs were. The club members bickered and argued with each other a lot, too. Our club is totally different. Everyone's really nice and chill. Their visits and gifts are proof of that. You and I chatted and laughed for some time. Seeing her so chipper and healthy looking, the remaining fears about the conversation we needed to have disappeared quickly. I have to do this. I wanted to talk to you about something.
Huh?
Yeah? What is it, Rayleigh? I exhaled a nervous breath. I don't know what Yuva's reaction to what I'm about to say will be, but... You can tell me anything, Rayleigh. Why did you... Whoosh. We have to talk about it. We can't pretend it never happened. I've been thinking that we should talk about what happened that day. I looked into Yua's eyes, hoping to find a hint of understanding.
What?
What day? When we were alone back at our classroom. When we talked about breaking up. The atmosphere in the room shifted. A moment of silence lingered. And then... Oh no. Yua? A sudden onslaught of coughs echoed through the room, each one more intense than the last. As each cough rocked Yua's frail form, dozens of delicate flower petals fluttered from her lips. Yua heaved and beat on her chest, struggling for breath. I feel cold. Her shoulders shook as she held on to the thin bed sheets on the bed. Quickly, the color left her face, pale, shaking, exactly the way Yua was that day at the classroom. Why is this happening? I thought you were getting better. Frantically, I moved to reach for the call button.
You know why. You're making me like this.
Yua grabbed my shoulder, forcefully pulling me back to the bed. Staring straight into my eyes, she heaved.
People die of this sickness. Last year, about a dozen dropped dead, stuck to tubes and machines in an empty hospital room.
Close to her like this, the flower petals stuck to her mouth and chin were as clear as day. Purple hydrangeas, exactly like the ones I gave to her earlier today. And the previous day, and the previous. Because the ones I loved abandoned them.
Because the ones they loved didn't care enough to love them back.
That's not true. I care about you. I care about you more than...
Because the ones they loved had evil, harmful thoughts like that in mind. Breaking up? Why would you break up with me now? Do you want me to?
I didn't say anything about... That's not what I meant. Yua sobbed.
You did! You did! You did! You said you wanted to break up! Again!
I thought back to what I had said moments ago. No, that's not what I... All I did was ask her how she felt about what happened. You don't love me. Yua's tears broke my heart. I should have never brought up the subject at all. I love you. I love you, please, don't cry. I wanted to call out the fact that she misunderstood me, but her tears at the thought that I don't love her back made me...
Liar! 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 You said you want to leave me!
No, Yua, I love you, I love you, I love you. If Yua doesn't believe our love's mutual, will her condition get worse? Will she end up like those other people who had this disease? Will she...
Nobody loves me. I'm all alone. My sibling hates me. My dad hasn't even called. And all my friends are liars.
liars, but they gave you all those presents and the letters. Yua's tear-streaked face turned towards me.
They're lying. They don't even like me. Even before I got here. They said it. They said it. They don't even understand me at all. Not like you do. You're the only one who gets me.
The sound of Yua's anguish filled the room, a heartbreaking wail that cut through the air. I sat by Yua's side, my hand resting on her shoulder. No matter how much I tried to offer words of comfort, she would not stop crying. I'd reached the point where I found myself about to cry as well. I didn't know what to do. What's going on here? The door behind us creaked open and someone came in. Yua, sweetie, calm down. Nurse ran to Yua's side. I don't know what... She won't... You've done enough. Please leave. She gazed at me sternly. I don't want to leave Yua like this, but I don't... It's me. Despite the growing number of hospital staff rushing in to assist, the distress escalated. More nurses and doctors entered the room. The nurse's stern gaze lingered on me, a directive to step back and allow the professionals to take charge. Reluctantly, I retreated. Yusuke's advice was terrible. What I was doing was perfect. Yua was getting better. We're better off looking after and listening to each other, without anyone getting in between. I was wrong. I'm the only one Yua has. We had always been classmates. Our friend groups were different. We didn't have any interests in common. For a long time, Yusuke and Yua were familiar names I heard mostly during the morning roll call. Where is it? On a rainy day in early April, we met. I had forgotten the keychain one of my friends had given me as a souvenir from one of their trips. It was a silly, somewhat messy-looking duck keychain, made of cheap material. The colors were already fading off after a few days of use.
Cute.
I did a double take as I approached my desk. Paralyzed to the spot, I wondered how to approach the person who was now holding my lost keychain. I knew Yusuke as the smart, cool, and quiet person who was infamous for making our classmates cry. Not because they were mean, but because they had rejected numerous confession attempts. I suppose there was something attractive about their mysterious character, but I couldn't see it.
I've never seen a yellow one with a purple beak before. So cute. Colorful.
Yusuke continued to inspect the duck keychain in their hands and smiling gently. It was a surreal sight. This was the same person who was infamous for being a cool, collected heartbreaker. Giggling over a duck. I mustered the courage to speak up, breaking the silence that hung between us. Hey, Yusuke, that's, mine. I misdropped it. Thanks for finding it. Yusuke looked up, their expression shifting from amusement to shock.
Since when have you been there?
Since the, giggling? Yusuke put their hands on their face and made a bizarre noise. Sorry? When they took their hands out, I could see a flush of pink on their cheeks.
The ducks. I just appreciate the diversity in the animal kingdom. That's all. Ducks happen to be part of it.
I couldn't help but find Yusuke's discomfort endearing. I had stumbled upon a secret they never intended to share.
You know, it's just one of those things. Ducks have their charm.
Do you have, like, a favorite duck?
What ducks?
Yusuke, we have to get going! And that's when Yuba appeared. Another duck keychain? Don't you already have, like, 2 dozens at home? Yuba, shut up. Dozens? That's quite the collection you've got going. Shut up. You made a duck friend, Yusuke? Stop it. You've said so much. Did you talk about how our bathtub is full of plastic
No.
I'll kill you. As they delved deeper into the banter, it became clear that Yusuke was indeed a closet duck enthusiast, despite their attempts to downplay it. Back then, Yuba was much more shy and would stutter and blush over every single thing. The confidence Yuba has today is new, something she seemed to have built slowly as the seasons passed that year. Yuba was just my new friend's sister. Our relationship was nothing special. But when Yuba finally turned to me, her first words were puzzling.
Beef stroganoff.
Beef stroganoff. Excuse me?
Yeah?
Don't mind her. That's just the thing Yuma does for luck. The room seemed to brighten as our eyes finally locked, and our lips parted to utter another enigmatic phrase.
Honey syrup pancakes.
Yuma blurted out another seemingly random phrase, and Yusuke sighed. And to unsuccessfully disguise her embarrassment. Yusuke poked Yua's cheek, rolling their eyes. Saying the name of a food Yua likes when talking to new people was something she did a lot, even to cashiers and teachers. Watching the twins bicker, I felt like I could get along with them. Oi, what are you laughing at? Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yusuke was also protective of Yua. Those first couple conversations we had, it felt like they were testing me. Don't laugh at me. Yuva stammered, her cheeks flushing with embarrassment. Sorry, I just thought that is you're cute. Breathe, Yuva. Breathe. According to Yusuke, Eva fell for me that day. Didn't mean to tease you. It's okay. I don't know what she saw in me during that interaction, but I can't say I wasn't interested in the siblings. From that day on, Yusuke and I began to talk a lot, mostly about their beloved ducks. Soon, Yua started to join our little circle too. To think it all started with a cheap knockoff keychain. After getting kicked out of the room, I wandered around until I found myself at the hospital's cafeteria. My appetite was non-existent. A heavy weight of guilt settled in my stomach, making even the thought of food unappealing. I walked to the food counter, but didn't pick up a tray. Everything looked bland and unappetizing.
You.
What are you getting today? Turning, I saw Yusuke approaching with a tray in hand. They looked me up and down, frowning. Are you okay? I nodded, but my attempt at reassurance fell flat. Just not hungry, I guess. Dejected and lacking any will or energy to stay in line, I sat down by the usual table. Yusuke followed after me, their footsteps echoing softly against the floor. They settled into the seat in front of me, an empty tray still in their hands. Your advice was not helpful. I couldn't hide my annoyance.
What?
Doing what Yusuke suggested before was the biggest mistake I could have made. I'll help Yua by doing what I had been doing from the start. Yua was getting better. It's my fault that her health took a turn.
Listen.
Really, you're taking on too much. What are your friends saying about you coming here every single day? I brushed off their concerns with a dismissive wave of my hand. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter? My dismissive response triggered a reaction in Yusuke, their eyebrows knitting together. No one else needs to be involved. You and I are fine by ourselves. I insisted, my voice hollow with resignation. I'm tired, haven't slept a wink. Forget it. I don't want to talk to Yusuke.
I'm worried.
Really, you haven't been coming to class. You're not responding to any of our friends' texts, and you refuse to speak to me. Yusuke's eyes searched mine for any glimmer of understanding. Don't you see how you're isolating yourself? Please, tell me what happened yesterday. I sighed. Yusuke will not let this go until I tell them everything. That's the kind of person they are. Reluctantly, I relented. Fine. I explained to them what happened yesterday. Yusuke listened intently, nodding and humming along as I told them every single thing you and I said to each other. It's easy for me to remember exactly how it went. Last night, I kept reliving the moment over and over again, trying to understand where it was that I went wrong. After I was finished, Yusuke looked up at me. Without uttering a single word, they shook their head and sighed.
Oh?
Yua was accusing you of trying to break up with her again. I grimaced. The first time I tried to do that, I actually went to Yusuke for help. They helped me come to a decision. But this time, you never said you wanted to break up. No.
Yeah?
Didn't even let you get a word in, right? That's exactly it. Yua cried so much, I was afraid of making it worse. It wouldn't have happened if I had kept my mouth shut. If I had just left things the way they were, Yua wouldn't have started coughing like that. It all started when I had the bright idea of talking about our relationship that day. Everything was fine. Then, again, yesterday, I tried to do the same. Everything was great, everything. But because of me, she's sick, again. While watching me mutter to myself, Yusuke finally put their tray down. They placed their hands firmly on the table, bringing my attention back to them.
Listen.
Speaking as a third party, it sounds like Yua might have manipulated you back there. Caught off guard, I blinked. Once, then twice. Confusion etched across my features. I stammered. What? Undeterred by my bewilderment, Yusuke continued. That's what it sounds like to me. She talked about how nice and supportive the orchestra club is, but the moment you brought up the subject of a breakup, suddenly they're mean. The way she brought up the possibility of dying, and implied it would be your fault, sounds like guilting you into staying. But... And most importantly, she accused you of saying things you didn't say. I took a deep breath, biting my lower lips. That's important, really. You know what you did and didn't say. Think about it. Yusuke leaned back, their gaze unwavering, awaiting my response. You're right, I really didn't imply that I wanted to break up. Did it feel like Yua put words in your mouth? Yusuke moved their hands away from the table, and for a second I thought they were going to lean in to touch me. They hesitated, instead placing their hands on their lap.
You don't have to carry this burden alone. Friendship means being there for each other, especially in the tough times. You don't have to face this alone. I've got your back.
Hearing such sentimental things, I almost wondered if this really was Yusuke who was speaking. They were never one to be honest about their feelings or speak aloud about our friendship and bonds. It was a touching sentiment, especially coming from them. Yusuke, But there was still something bothering me. Yusuke wants me to share my burdens regarding Yua, but at the same time, I was saying, but I need to know why they don't want Yua. Yusuke, can I ask why you don't want to see Yua? Yusuke took a moment to collect their thoughts, their gaze momentarily distant. Seeing Yua like that, it's bringing back some difficult memories. For me and my father. Yusuke had a family member hospitalized before? You don't want to talk about it. It's tough. That must be it. The reluctance to confront Yua wasn't merely about personal discomfort, but was rooted in a painful past. Stupid people who make their partners cry should think twice before they speak. Yusuke will tell me when they want to, not a second earlier. I have to see Yua. Yusuke tilted their head. You have to, or you want to? Gritting my teeth, I realized that I had no response to that. Really? You came? I stood before Yua, my heart heavy with remorse. Yua, I'm sorry. My words faltered, guilt gnawed at my insides. I felt terrible, guilty. Yua shook her head and reached out to grasp my hands. No, let's not talk about it. It's better that we don't talk about yesterday. Nodding in agreement, I struggled to meet Yua's gaze, the weight of my own inadequacies bearing down on me like a heavy object on my shoulders. Right, you're right. All I do is hurt her. I shouldn't talk at all. I got you something. Please, take it. In an attempt to bridge the gap, Yua diverted the conversation with a small gesture of kindness. She reached over to the nightstand next to her bed and showed me a hairpin. Take it with you. Me? But it's yours, isn't it? And isn't it a gift from one of her clubmates, too? It's a thank you for always coming to see me. Plus, what's mine is yours, and what's yours is mine. But Yua... Take it. With a hesitant nod, I accepted the offering, my fingers trembling as I reached out to take the hairpin Yua offered. Oh, and this too. Delving beneath the bedsheets, Yua retrieved some lined paper and handed it to me. What's this? I did some fortune-telling this morning, and the flowers told me some really important things. They told me that I should write down my feelings and let you read them. It's a gift. Please read it after you leave. Can Can I read it now? Hello? Let's see. I hope this letter makes sense because honestly, my mind is in this weird space and I need to get it out. Can't shake this feeling that everything's slipping away, like the ground beneath my feet is turning into quicksand. You're a huge part of my sanity, and it feels like I'm on the brink of losing it. The idea of not having you around freaks me out. It's getting harder to distinguish between what's real and what's in my head. Your absence messes with my head, and I can't shake the feeling that I'm unraveling. You're the one thing that's been keeping me grounded, and the thought of losing that grip terrifies me. Maybe you can make sense of this, because right now I'm not sure I can. Can't I read it now, like I just did?
No.
No, it's embarrassing. You can't. I'm reading it.
Jeez.
I already read it. No, 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 no! Cute. Look, she's so cute. Yusuke was overreacting after all. Yua isn't that kind of person. She's too innocent and cute. And it's okay. After what I did to her, I got what I deserved. Okay, I'll read it when I get home. Or do it now. Same thing? Yeah. Promise? I squeezed Yua's hands and smiled. Promise. Yua giggled quietly, her gaze dropping shyly to the floor, a soft smile playing at the corner of her lips. A few seconds of comfortable silence went by. I'd be fine staying here with Yua for a long time, just enjoying her company. I'm happy Yua doesn't want to talk about yesterday. It's better this way. Perhaps some things are better left unspoken. Then she let out another giggle.
You know, I don't need anyone else but you.
Yua moved her hand from mine, instead placing it on my cheek. I recoiled instinctively, but immediately apologized and moved to accept the touch.
The more I think about it, the more I understand. You and I are meant to be. We're fated soulmates.
Another giggle escaped her lips, and Yua tilted her head, stroking my cheek up and down.
That's why I can't stop thinking about you. You're everything I think about. I want to spend every waking moment next to you.
Her other hand reached to touch my shoulder.
I dream of you. Every night, I see your face, and it's the only thing that makes my dreams worth having.
Her hand, cold as ice, reached out to touch my shoulder, sending a shiver down my spine. Yua... Her hands are freezing, colder than they should be. As I thought, yesterday was terrible on her health. The symptoms are returning.
I can't bear to be away from you for even a moment. It feels like an eternity.
Every article and piece I read on this disease said the same thing. I must reciprocate her feelings. That's the only way for her to get better. I feel the same way. When this is over... I started, my voice faltering as I struggled to mirror Yua. I want to go on dates with you and spend every second we have together. I tried my hardest to imitate her words of love. More intense. I have to feel the same way. I need to. I don't care about anyone else either. It's only you that I want to be around. It's not true. I miss going to class. I miss hanging out with Yusuke after school. I'll come over every single day until we can leave together. I haven't slept. The thought of food makes me nauseous. Day and night, I think about her, how unwell Yua is, how it's my fault. When I'm not thinking about that or visiting her, I'm reading about her diagnosis. I need Yua to feel better, to get better. Really? I love you, Yua. I have to love Yua the same way. Otherwise, she could die. In this hospital, alone, struggling to breathe. Coughing up her lungs with no cure in sight. It haunts me, that image. I can't live with that. I observed as Yua took her hands away from me to adjust the arrangement of the hydrangea bouquet, fingers tracing the delicate petals. I love your presence, too. Sadly, it was getting late, and it started to rain, too. I had to go, lest the nurses came to kick me out again. Visiting hours are almost over. There was a fleeting moment of hesitation before Yua nodded, accepting the reality of the situation. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. You'll come tomorrow, right? And every day? Until I get all better? Of course. If you don't come, I'll be... No, don't get sicker, please. I'll come, I'll absolutely come, okay? Don't be sad. Yua only has me.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, I believe you. Yua leaned her head on my shoulder. A contented sigh escaped her lips. Then she looked up at me, her eyes glittering.
Try not to mess up this time, sweetie.
Yua's expectations were a heavy, suffocating blanket. I won't. Visiting hours are over. Hey, Rayleigh, did you hear me? Huh? Yeah, I'm leaving. I exited the hospital alongside other visitors and staff. The afternoon sky stretched overhead, the fading remnants of the day's sunlight casting a golden glow. A sudden sharp realization gripped me, freezing me in my tracks. I stood there, the bustling noise of the surroundings morphing into a distant hum. I fumbled through my pockets, rifling through the contents of my bag. I looked everywhere, but it was not there. No. I forgot to take Yua's letter with me. The letter she specifically wrote for me, while sick, that she took the time to write for me. A sense of dread clawed at my chest. Yua will be mad. Yua will be upset at me. Yua will... I can't breathe. Yua will cry and sob and say it's my fault because it is my fault. It's my fault she's sick. What do I do? I can't go back to her room. Even if I did, she could get mad because I forgot it, and that means I didn't care for her enough. Everything was alright when I left, but tomorrow it'll be awful again. The surroundings blurred. I couldn't hear anything other than my heartbeat quickening with each spiraling thought. Everything that seemed alright moments ago now felt like a prelude to impending disaster. Tears welled up in my eyes, blurring my vision. A torrent of racing thoughts surged through my mind. I deserve it for messing up again. Why can't I do anything right? I'm so useless. Every inhale felt inadequate. There's no air. We're outside, but there's no more air for me. I can't breathe. The weight on my chest intensified with a vice-like pressure that made it impossible to draw a full breath. I can't breathe. It's suffocating. I can't breathe. Really? Really? What's wrong? What did you do? His gaze emerged into focus, but I can't breathe. Leave me alone. I can't hear them. Deep breaths. I don't need you. I snapped. I can't breathe. It's only you and I. Nobody else can help her. Really, wait. I'm terrified of seeing Yua tomorrow. But I have to. One day, in the fading light of the afternoon, Yusuke, Yua, and I decided to spend some time goofing off after school. We were eating some snacks Yusuke had brought from a vending machine. It was rare that the three of us could be together this late in the day. Yua was plenty busy with her club activities most of the week. Yusuke mentioned something about her wanting to spend more time with me, but at the time, I thought they were kidding. Why ducks, though?
Stop it.
Can we not? Ugh. Yusuke's cheeks flushed with embarrassment, and they shot a pleading glance at Yua, who laughed timidly. While Yusuke and I had created a friendship where I could tease them and be jabbed back with no hard feelings, Yua was still slowly coming out of her shell. I know why. She had something of a need to be accepted into any group, I noticed. I want to know. Always wanting that sense of belonging. It started as a joke. Our dad gifted Yusuke a plastic duck as a gag, and it just snowballed from there. Shush. We can't use the bathtub anymore. It's plastic ducks all over. All over? Floating around, going quack quack, quack quack. The scene played in my mind. An unsuspecting Yua just wanting to relax with a bath, only to find that a comical amount of plastic ducks has taken over their bathroom. Don't laugh at me. I managed to gasp between fits of laughter, motioning at Yusuke. Why do you have so many ducks, buddy?
Yeah?
It's a hobby. Everyone has one. Yua has her piano, and you have annoying the heck out of me. Oops. In my amusement, I laughed so hard that I accidentally dropped my food. In a futile attempt to salvage the situation, I reached out, but instead of preventing a mess, my actions directed the trajectory straight onto Yua, creating a chaos of saucy stains on her uniform.
Huh?
Oh god, I'm so sorry. Yua said it was alright, but the sauce-stained clothes told a different story. It's okay. I'll go to the bathroom and clean up. I really didn't mean for that to happen. I'm so sorry. It wasn't as bad as it is now, but I've always been sensitive to guilt, for lack of a better word. I felt tremendously guilty for ruining Yua's uniform that day.
Okay.
It's alright. After Yua rushed off to clean herself, Yusuke helped me collect the remains of the food that had fallen to the floor. As we bent down to tidy the mess, a subtle yet melancholic smile graced Yusuke's features, catching me off guard.
Yeah?
Yua's like this now, but before, she protected me. Sorry, what? I was the one who needed help. Yusuke's sudden expression of vulnerability caught me off guard. So much so, I questioned if I was hearing things. What do you mean? Yusuke remained silent, their gaze fixed on the floor. It felt as if I repeated my question, I would hurt them. If I hurt others, then I'd feel horrible. I don't want to be bad. I don't want to hurt anyone. The last thing I wanted was to inflict pain upon Yusuke, or anyone else for that matter. I'm back! Yua returned not long after, breaking the heavy silence that had settled over us.
Nice.
Did you use water and soap? Yusuke returned to their usual calm persona the moment the twin entered the room. Of course I did. Yusuke and Yua were changing, slowly but noticeably. We all change. We're young and still building our identities. I understand that. But until what point do the changes signify something good, or... Really? Are you not listening to me? I am. She changed. Yua keeps changing every single day here.
I see.
I see. I matter this little to you. You'd rather think about other people rather than hang out with me. Words that cut deep into my soul, the exact ones I'm afraid of hearing. No, you know I love you. You're the only one for me. I'm at a loss for how to comfort Yua. Nothing I do is enough. Nothing I do is right. As the days go by, I feel like I can't say or do anything without first asking Yua if I should. Even things completely unrelated to her. I'm just gonna turn my phone off.
What?
What? What? Your phone? Why? Her tone growing increasingly agitated. I can see it coming. So we can talk in peace? Who's messaging you? No one. I have to tiptoe around Yua, constantly second-guessing myself and seeking her approval. I should know when to speak and when to keep my mouth shut. Won't answer. Stupid, dumb, selfish.
No!
Who's messaging you? The uncommon sound of Yua raising her voice to scream was quickly becoming an everyday noise. Just some friends. I'm not responding, I swear. Show me. Yua, I swear You don't love me anymore. Is that it? You don't love me? You found someone much better than me to chat with. And now, you're gonna leave me alone in this bed you put me in. You're so evil. You're evil, really. This has nothing to do with that. Why are you so suspicious of me? How can you claim to love me if you don't trust me at all? I can't ask those questions. It'll only make her madder. I love you. I'm sorry. You can look at my messages. I relented, my voice barely above a whisper. I just want everything to go back to how it was. I love you too. Turning off my phone was an attempt to carve out a semblance of control. But I couldn't do that without her permission. So, in the end, I have no control at all. Yua briefly glanced through my messages. Each passing second felt like an eternity. I shouldn't argue anymore. There's no point. Where should I spend my lunchtime? I don't know. Not like it matters. Every single day is the same. Let's go to the rooftop. Try to jump off. The air was thick with the acrid scent of cigarette smoke. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yusuke was taking a smoke by the corner of the rooftop, away from everyone else. The gritty texture of the cinder walls pressed against my back as I leaned my head against them, sitting by Yusuke's side. The wisps of smoke curled upwards from the tip of their cigarette, which then dissipated into the darkness. I had never stopped to look at Yusuke like this before. The way they smoke. Why do they do it? The sounds away from us seemed to be even further away. I could hear only the sound of our quiet breathing and the occasional flicker of the lighter as Yusuke played with it. Time seemed to stretch infinitely. Finally, as the last traces of smoke dissipated, Yusuke broke the silence.
You know where the term gaslighting came from?
Yusuke asked, their gaze fixed on the horizon.
It's a term that dates back to a play. You know, Gaslight by Patrick Hamilton.
I listened to Yusuke, but the words sounded far away, hazy, distant.
The manipulator dims the gas lights in the house, but when confronted, they deny any change, making the victim question their own perception of reality.
It's a tactic, a form of psychological manipulation designed to make someone doubt their own sanity. With a heavy sigh, Yusuke lowered himself to sit next to me. Their voice was quiet, almost gentle. People can be adept at gaslighting without even realizing it. I've been irritated lately, a lot. I'm sick of Yusuke's implications and talking around the subject. Yua is not gaslighting or manipulating me. We love each other. We fight sometimes, but we always make up. It's burdensome. I'm tired. I'm always tired.
I'm worried.
I know. I've been hearing you talk about it for days. You always make up. You always reconcile and pretend nothing happened. I shifted uncomfortably against the rooftop's gritty surface, my gaze fixed to the floor.
Listen.
Really? That's the third stage of the cycle of abuse. Yusuke's response was measured, almost detached, as if they were observing the situation from a distance. Perhaps that's why they refused to see Yua. Easier to watch than to partake. Yusuke keeps using these words, abuse, manipulation, gaslighting, as if they're accurate to Yua and I. They're not. It's not what's going on at all. It's not that simple. Yua's sick. A knot tightened in my stomach. Things just got heated, and then we find a way to make things right again. Yusuke regarded me with a steady gaze, their eyes boring into mine with an intensity that made me squirm. But does it really make things right, or does it just create a temporary calm before the storm? But does it really make things right, or does it just create a temporary calm before the storm returns? Look, the cycle goes tension, incident, Look, the cycle goes tension, incident, reconciliation, and calm. I shook my head, unwilling to let Yusuke pull me into their made-up story. Don't explain it. I don't need it. I moved to get up. As I pushed myself upright, my muscles protested with aching stiffness. The gritty texture of the rooftop surface scraped against the palms of my hands. Leave me alone. I turned away from Yusuke. I don't want to hear it. I just want everything to go back to how it was before. And it will. Yua just needs to get better. She will. I'll be here tomorrow too, you know. Whatever. I lost track of time. I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Yua cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize and apologize and apologize until I can't breathe. Yusuke tries to convince me to eat. I'm not hungry. Go away. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. The next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Yua cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize. Yusuke speaks about the past. I yearn for it. I tell them about a nightmare I had where Yua dies in my arms and it's too late to call for help. I yearn for it. Go away. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. The next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. My love isn't strong enough, so her health worsens. I'm sorry. Yusuke tells me they can't do this anymore. Me neither. Me neither. There's the phase of reconciliation, you know. There's the phase of reconciliation, you know. They try to make amends, apologize, promises to change, or gestures like giving presents. Go away. Eva gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. I love you too. The next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas.
No!
You didn't say you loved me yesterday. I didn't? I'm sorry. I don't know if he was right or wrong, right or not. I don't know if he was right or not. She must be. I'm always in the wrong. It's my fault. Yusuke speaks as if they know everything about everything.
Listen.
Tension is the first stage. It's the buildup of stress and unease. The feeling that something's about to go wrong. Next is the incident. This is when things boil over. It could be an argument, confrontation, or any form of... Leave me alone. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. I love you too. I said it this time. I should say it twice from now on so I never forget again. I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Yua cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize and apologize and apologize until I can't breathe. Yusuke tries to convince me to eat. I'm not hungry. Go away. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. Next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Yua cries and screams at me because I did something wrong again. I apologize. Yusuke speaks about the past. I yearn for it. I tell them about a nightmare I had, where Yua dies in my arms and it's too late to call for help. I yearn for it. Go away. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. Next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. My love isn't strong enough, so her health worsens. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Yusuke tells me they can't do this anymore. Me neither, me neither. There's a phase of reconciliation, you know. They try to make amends, apologies, promises to change, or gestures like they're giving presents. Go away. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now, things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. Love you too. Next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas.
No!
You didn't say you loved me yesterday. I didn't. I'm sorry. I don't know if he was right or not. She must be. I'm always in the wrong. It's my fault. Yusuke speaks as if they know everything about everything.
Listen.
Tension's the first stage. It's the buildup of stress and unease. The feeling that something's about to go wrong. Next is the incident. This is when things boil over. It could be an argument, a confrontation, or any form of... Leave me alone. Yua gives me another gift. We're good now. Things are back to normal. We love each other. I love you. I love you too. I said it this time. I should say it twice from now on so I never forget again. I think of running off. Somewhere far, far away. A place where Yua doesn't exist. Nobody knows me there. For that moment, I'm happy. The next day, I go to see Yua with a bouquet of hydrangeas. Because I had such awful, selfish thoughts yesterday, she coughed up petals and cried. I'm at fault. Yusuke is not here. It's no surprise. Coming here every day for me, I'm not worth it. I can't do anything right. Useless, useless, useless. The next day, my legs took me to the East Wing's 4th floor's hallway once more. Everything I did was on autopilot.
You.
Really? I was not planning on talking to Yusuke. I was not planning on talking to anyone except Yua. I wanted to be left alone. Can we talk? But Yusuke has been good to me. They've heard me out, day after day. Even when I yelled at them to go away, I pushed them away over and over. For some reason, they stayed. For some reason, they haven't given up on me like everyone else has. Sure, we can talk. Yesterday, you told me about the nightmare you had. That was yesterday? It feels like a month ago. A month ago feels like a week ago. I don't know where in time I am.
I'm worried.
You're scared that Yua will die because of you. That's why you're driving yourself sick. Yeah, but I'm fine. I'm okay. I assume you've read about the treatments for the disease. That's all I do when I'm not here.
Oh.
Then you know about the surgeries and the transplants, and how they've been successful. Patients with Yua's disease have gone through successful lung surgeries. It's true, I read about it. And I read about it, and I read about it some more. The risks are too big. What if they don't work? If something goes wrong, Yua could die. Lung surgeries have so many risks. Infections, bleeding, air leaks, damage to the lungs, the blood vessels, the nerves, even the heart. If Yua dies, it'll be my fault. If Yua dies, it'll be my fault because I made her sick. Not to mention post-operatory complications. Some people don't ever wake up from anesthesia, and... Yusuke looked deep into my eyes as I blubbered on.
Stop it.
Rayleigh. I paused to breathe, and they put a hand on my shoulder. Do you really believe that? Or is that what Yua told you? If it were the you from 3 months ago, would you believe the things you're saying? I don't know kind of person I was 3 months ago. 6 months, a year. Yua and the disease and how to make it better are the only things in my mind all day, every single day. I don't know. The Rayleigh I was friends with would ask Yua to get the surgery.
Listen.
Because you always want the best for your friends. That's the kind of person you are. How did you forget that, Rayleigh? Yusuke's words were like a slap to my face. Your relationship with Yua is bringing out the worst from you both. I've watched you become lethargic, anxious, depressed.
You isolated yourself from everyone who loves you. You stopped doing the things you enjoy. Please, think about it. A healthy relationship would not do this to you.
I let Yusuke's words sink in. A healthy relationship. I know what that's supposed to be like. My parents have one, my friends too. I've seen them in books, movies, cartoons. I know what it is. It's because Speechless, I tried to find a way to explain myself. But Yusuke stopped me, shaking their head, as if they know what was going through my mind. Since when have I been this anxious? Doubting every little thing, thinking of the what-ifs and despairing over them. There's a few articles I'd like you to read. I'll send them to you. Take a look. I can't... What? Yua has my phone. The moment the words left my mouth, I noticed something that was supposed to be obvious.
Oh?
What? Why? My response was quiet, barely hearable. The realization embarrassed me. Because Yua needs to check my messages to see if I'm cheating on her. Something so simple. Yua has my phone, my freaking phone. I've watched movies where this exact thing happens, and I've laughed or gotten frustrated at the characters that let it happen. I've read books where the love-struck protagonists stay with partners who steal their phones or constantly accuse them of cheating. It's me. It's so obvious, so stupid. Check the links I sent you when you get home then. And I have some books you could borrow as well. Do you want them? I'm the idiotic protagonist who can't see the truth right before them. What the hell am I doing? Seriously, how did I let Yua do this? It's not normal. It's not something you do to a partner. Thank you, Yusuke. You helped me already. So you're going home and resting and having a decent meal? No. There's something else I need to do first. Hi, Mayo. Need to talk to Yua. I'm angry at myself for being so blind, and at Yua for doing this to me.
Listen.
Rayleigh. I'll go rest, I promise. Sorry, Yusuke. It's my turn to lie. Alright. Call me when... send me an email or something when you get home. Of course. A myriad of memories returned to me then. I headed to room 402. Break up? Yes, I'm sorry, Yua, but I don't think this'll work out.
Huh?
But why? My flowers said we're meant to be. This can't be true. No. I had seen the signs slowly popping up as we spent time together. For now, I'd like to take a break from a romantic relationship with you.
No.
Break? You know that's not a thing. At first, Yua was sweet, kind, funny. I had fun being with her. We can still be friends. I don't want to lose the bond we have. But dating Yua was not what I expected it to be. It was her cuteness that I was attracted to, her kind, sweet personality. But I didn't really know her, I noticed, not nearly as much as I knew Yusuke. Frankly, being with Yua was becoming a chore, an exhausting one. It was becoming too much for me to handle. I found myself no longer looking forward to talking or being near her as sweethearts. Planning dates or going out of my way to walk her home was not something I enjoyed anymore. How could you? The attraction I had towards her was superficial. By talking with Yusuke about it, I realized that what I wanted was for the three of us to go back to how we were before. Yua, listen to me. I thought if we hit pause on what was going on between us, we could take some time to rethink what we wanted. I just want my friend back. Then it happened. Yua, what's going on? Are you okay? Yua began to cough aggressively. Strange things I couldn't take a good look at left her mouth as she heaved. I didn't understand back then what it meant. The disease, its symptoms, and the cause. Certainly, that day, what Yua understood was that I didn't love her anymore. That's how we ended up here. That's how I lost sight of what's important to me. Pushing open the door, I entered Yua's hospital room. Really? You're back? Not wasting a single moment more, I knew I had to say it now. We need to talk. Yua's eyes met mine, a mixture of surprise and curiosity flickering in her gaze.
What?
Talk? About what? I took a deep breath. About us, our relationship.
No!
Again with this? If I let her, she won't let me get a word. It's not working, Yua, and we can't keep pretending everything's okay. Yua shifted uncomfortably in the bed, shaking her head.
Do you want me to die? You know you're killing me if you do this!
I looked it up, Yua. There's some treatments that you could take part of. They're experimental, but they have good results. There are people with your illness who are living full lives and don't have to stay in hospitals. There's a surgery, too, for the lungs. It's experimental, but it works. Even if we break up, or if something happens to me, you don't have to die, Yua. No. Yua coughed again and again. With a gasp, she managed to speak. No. How could you say that? Surgery? The one that could remove all my emotions, too? What? That's just a rumor. There's no cases where...
Liar! You want me to suffer, don't you? All this time, you secretly hated me, haven't you? You want me to die! You do!
Every fiber of my being wanted to scream. No, that's not it at all. But I recalled the articles I read and what Yusuke taught me. It doesn't matter what I say. She's just going to twist it and find another way to make me out to be the bad guy. I don't want you to die, Yua. I want you to be okay. But I need to be okay too, and I'm not. Don't you see? I haven't been sleeping, talking to my friends, or even eating well. No. Yua reached over to one of the nightstands. I clenched my fists and gritted my teeth in frustration. We're not over. We're not breaking up. My words mean nothing to her, don't they? That's not only your decision to... Yua? No.
We're not breaking up. We're not.
I gasped at the sight before me.
Take it back, or I'll die.
Yua held a small knife to her neck.
Right here. Right now.
No, Yua, please. Guilt. Panic.
You're so mean to me. Calling me all those things. Making up lies about me. You've made me so sad. I want to die. I want to die so badly.
I'm...
You put me in the hospital. You made me so sick. I can't get out of bed. I can't breathe. I can't play the piano. I'm stuck in this room. I have no one else but you. If anything, you're the abusive one. You're the one who ruined my life.
What is this? I'm the bad guy. Because I made Yua go this far? Make her drop the knife. Make her stop. How? If Yua dies because of me, I won't know what to do with myself. Being responsible for someone's death is something I'll stay with you. I will. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to say. I don't know anything. I can't think of anything. Just please drop the knife, okay? Give it to me. I love you. What am I without Yua? What kind of person was I before we started dating?
You said you want to break up!
I'm sorry. No, I don't want to break up. We'll stay together forever.
If you love me, then say sorry! apologize for saying I'm evil. For saying I'm the villain. That it's my fault you're unwell.
Did I say that? Was I lying? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. I just want you to drop the knife. I just want this to be over. I'm sorry for lying and for implying...
You said I'm evil!
I'm sorry for saying you're evil. Please forgive me. I don't want you to die. I love you. I love you. Words as heavy as air, as meaningful as a passing wind. I love you, Yua. Don't die. Please, please, please. Yua eventually gave me the knife. By the time she calmed down, we were both sobbing. My head hurt. My eyes ached. I'm a terrible person. From that day on, Yua continued to get better, then worse, then better. There seemed to be no end to it. Over and over, the cycle started up again. In my head, I knew it was wrong. I knew that Yusuke had a point. I know that this isn't a healthy relationship. But when I showed my doubts, Yua would do it again. Again, again, again. We'd start from scratch the next day, then continue where we left off. If I don't love her back, she'll die. If not from the disease.
Loves me not. Loves me not. Loves me! Wow, that's 6 times in a row! We really are fated soulmates! We'll never be apart, right, sweetie? Did you not hear me? Say that you love me. Say it. Say it!
Right. What day is it? What was the last time I spoke to anyone else? I don't know.
Say it. I love you. I love you. Say it. Or I could die. Do you want that to happen?
No. I love you, Yua.
Say it. Or I could die. Do you want that to happen?
Yay, I'm so happy. I love you too. Yusuke, they might have given up on me. But it's okay. I've given up on myself too. Well, this link isn't working. Ending 2. Alright. Well, this game went on longer than I was expecting, so I guess I'll break this up, you know, for each ending. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Hydrangea. This unfortunately kinda hits pretty close, cause I had this ex and she was very self-harm, suicidal, all that, and she would like take pictures, like she would say slash her wrist, she would take a picture of her bleeding arm and then show it to me, and then I would be all like, please stop, please, I can't do this, It got really bad. I think I actually did try to break up with her. Or maybe she did. No, I think she tried to, and I was like, no, no, I need you to be okay. I need to make sure. I have to keep an eye on you. It was so bad. I really wanted to die. Oh my god. I never want to go through that again. But like, so because it was long distance, because she lives in Britain. Because we would like talk to each other through Instagram and stuff. So I just kind of stopped talking to her for, I don't know, a couple months or so. And then all of a sudden, I get this like Instagram message request thing. And it's her, and she's in a hospital bed with all these heart monitor things all hooked up to her. And she's like, I tried to overdose because, like, you weren't in my life anymore. It was just so bad. I hope the other endings are better. Please. Save me.